Hello and welcome to the Enlite mobile app demo powered by Dark. Enlite 10 is based on three main products that are connected through the Enlite cloud. Enlite POS is our store and plant management system. It's your base of operations where you will create new orders, register customers, take payments, and run your entire business. Enlight Mobile and the web portal are the platforms that the customer will use to sign up to schedule a pickup, drop their orders at a locker, manage their payments, etc. Finally, Enlight Routes is the driver app. They can manage their orders, pick up and deliver orders, and also create new customers, among other functions. Now let's go deeper into Enlight Mobile and the web portal. But before starting, please keep in mind that our team is constantly launching new features and fixes to the apps, so by the time you watch this, there might be a couple of new things. Both platforms have the same functionality, look, and feel. Enlight Mobile can be downloaded from the app stores while the web portal can be embedded into your website. What customers can do: they can register to the store, schedule pickups, and submit locker orders only if you are using lockers, if you have that functionality. They also can enter their payment method, pay for their orders, edit their preferences, track their orders, and contact the store. As you may already know, we offer a branded app. With it, you will have the same functionality as in Enlight Mobile, but with your own branding. The highlights of having your own branded app are positioning and optimization in search engines. Customers will see your app with your business name at the stores when searching for a cleaner near your area. Your name and your colors. It's all about your business. Ease of use: your customers will sign up directly to your store. No need to enter a store code. Collection of analytics: you can create reports, continued tech support, and new releases. As previously mentioned, our team is constantly releasing new features and fixes that will be available for you. For questions about pricing, please contact our sales team at sales@darkpos.com. Now let's go through an overview of Enlight Mobile and its main features. Once your customers sign up, and we will pass through the registration process later on, they will find your logo and name, which can be adjusted as you want, and the contact buttons that may include address, phone number, email, SMS, WhatsApp Business, and social media. Below that, we can display a menu with external information links. They could be linked, for example, to a section of your website, to a landing page, to an image. That's totally up to you. We can also display a slider with up to 5 pictures. They can be either promotional pictures, beautiful photos of your store, of your van, or just any garments. If we scroll down, we will see how many orders we have and when was our last payment. We can also display promotions just for the customer to see which of them are available. On the buttons on the bottom right part of the screen, customers will be able to pay for any unpaid orders if you want them to have that capability. Otherwise, you can always charge them from the POS. If you have lockers, your customers will be able to mark their locker orders as dropped in the app and the system will register them. Of course, they can schedule a pickup here, and that's what we'll explore in a few minutes. All the options marked with an asterisk in this sheet are customizable. On the orders screen, your customers will find open orders and all orders. If they open them, they will see the order details with the items and prices. They will also find the send message button to communicate directly with the store. And if you have the pay orders functionality, and the order is unpaid, they will see this pay order button. The prices and quantity of items can be hidden by request. If you do not want to display them, then we can hide them. Of course, you need to communicate with a support team. Moving forward to the promos screen, then there you will find the points. They can be customized to reward your customers when they reach a certain amount. And the rank, which is basically the customer who spends the most, is customer number one. Of course, we can show or hide either the points or the rank or all of them together. We can display also a notice here on top of the promotions and then the promotions list. On the user profile screen, then the customer is able to edit their name, last name, all the contact information and address. They are able to select the notifications how they want them, if they want to receive email and or SMS. They are by default enabled, but they could disable them. They can change their preferences, such as starch level and packing options. These features are all equal as in the registration, so the details should be the same, but they can change them at any time. Delivery service options, they can, if you want them to be able to change the frequency of their visits, if they want to be visited regularly, meaning every time the route is run, or just when requested on demand. They can also enter their credit card here. They could remove the existing one and add a new one, and also share the app with their acquaintances via a link or a QR code. Now let's talk about the pickup versions. We have 5 different versions, and they vary according to the complexity of the process and how much control you want to give to the customer when detailing their order. Version number 1 is no schedule changes. It's the most basic one. The customer can't change their schedule or request pickups different than the day that they are already assigned. Meaning that, for example, if they are assigned to a Monday route on a regular basis, they will be visited and they cannot change it unless they call you or contact you, of course. Version number 2 is the most basic pickup request. Your customers can request a pickup with no further details. They would just select this checkbox and submit the order. Version number 3 is a simple order request. Your customers can create an order by only detailing the item's quantity and providing special instructions. As you can see here, they can detail how many bags they have or how many items they have, along with some special instructions and requirements. We can also display some other instruction fields below if you want to know some special information about them. Then we can ask them here, and this is where they will see the route information when it runs. In this case, it's from Monday to Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. And yes, they will be visited on the next available day. On version number 4, we have a more detailed order pickup request version. Your customers can select the garments from a mobile menu and see the total prices and items. They are also able to select modifiers, colors, and submit item notes. As you can see here, I can select, for example, a comforter, pants, and change across service types. And if we have certain options, and that's an add-on, it means that we can enable it if you want. The customer can select the different options that the item provides and submit item notes as well, along with special instructions for the order and again any other pickup notes that we want to include. Version number 5 is the same mobile menu as in version 4 with dates. The customer can select the pickup and the drop-off date and hour, of course, always according to the options provided by the route. Meaning that if the route runs on Mondays and Wednesdays, they can only select a day between Monday and Wednesday. And the hours can also be hidden if you don't want the customer to select a specific hour, only the days. We can configure it that way. And the other options are the same as version number 4. Let's go through the registration process now. Once the customer downloads the app and hits register, this is what they will find, this screen. The customer enters their name, email, phone, address, and zip code. We can also display this map location, pick your location button where they can select where they are located, and that will automatically fill out the address fields. We have some options to play with regarding zip codes. The first one is supported zip codes. Only customers within certain zip code areas can register. If you only want customers within your service area to be able to sign up, then we can limit that. We can also allocate customers to specific routes according to their zip codes. So if, let's say, you have a north route, a south route, an east route, and the west route within your city, or just name it as you want, I'm just setting an example here. A customer that lives in the north area will be automatically allocated to the north route. And a customer living in the east area, again, according to their zip codes, will be assigned to the east route, and so on. We could also have a default route allocation if you do not want to split them by areas. For example, if you want to just have one route for everyone, or one route from which you will be manually reallocating customers, then we can do that. The next step of the registration is to verify their account. The customer receives a code in their email, which, by the way, we can also send by SMS, by text, which they must submit in order to verify their account. This is only on the registration, and if the customer also logs out or delete the app when they try to log in, they will be required for this verification code. The third screen on the registration is the profile. The customers can select the notifications, how they want to receive them, establish preferences, again, according to what you want. The customer can select starch level and the packing options. They can also submit any notes, for example, special instructions, or we can display other fields such as gate code or any special information that you want to know from the customer, and the delivery service options that were previously mentioned, only when requested, and regularly scheduled visits. Important to know is that if the customer is assigned to more than one route, and they select the regularly scheduled visit option, they can be able to select on which route they want to be regularly visited. For example, if you have one route per day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and you want the customer to be able to select only one day for the regular visit, then they can select it here. All these options are customizable. Next, if the store is integrated with a supported gateway, that's an online payment processor, the customer can enter their payment card information, their credit card or debit card information. By default, they could skip this step, but the skip button can be removed if you want to make it mandatory, the credit card registration. And there are also a couple of other options, like allowing them to skip the credit card registration on this step, but requiring it when scheduling a pickup, meaning that if they do not have a credit card on file, they cannot schedule a pickup. Now let's talk about the notifications that you receive at the store along the whole process of the customer signing up and scheduling a pickup. By default, you will receive these two notifications, and we can enable some others. The first one is the new customer registration. When a new customer signs up, then you will receive this notification telling you what's the customer name, last name, email, phone, and we can also include the route that the customer is assigned to and the notes they submitted, among other things. And when a new order is scheduled, then you will receive this email letting you know what's the ticket number, the customer name, the routes, the pieces, the price of the order, and we can also add some information such as the customer address, the many other details here in this email. You can always retrieve some reports in the POS related to the mobile orders and mobile users. We have this new customers mobile or portal where your customers will see, where you will see the customers that recently signed up. And in the mobile orders section of the POS is where you will be able to manage and edit all the orders that are created from the mobile app or the portal. Now let's run through the customer experience really quick.
Right, so if I hit login and I already have a user in the store, then it will allow me to log in. But in this case, the account is not registered, so I'm gonna hit register. And then I am required to enter my store code since I am using Enlite Mobile. If I am using a branded app, then this won't be required since the application will be already connected to the store. Okay, so in this case, I have to enter, this is the first step where I have to enter all my information, my phone number, the first name, last name, company field is optional, and then here I can either enter my address or pick my location in the map. Okay, so if I pick my location in the map, it will automatically fill out the address fields. In this case, let me just use 123 Street. City, let's use Atlanta in this case. State or province. Okay, this field can be changed depending on the country where we live. So GA. And the zip code or postal code. In this case, let me use 12345, and I will see that this notice, we do not service your area, supported zip codes, and here we have the list of supported zip codes. This is in case we have established the rule of supported zip codes. Of course, they have to agree to the terms of service and privacy policy that we have. They can be either Dark's or your own. So next, I will receive my verification code either by email or by SMS, depending on how I have this configured. So in this case, it should be by email. Yeah, I did get my email, and my verification code is 940-082. Then I have to complete my registration in the profile. the profile section once I am verified. Yeah. So these fields are all customizable. I can select the storage level, packing options, and we can choose a route if it is supported by the store. If the store prefers not to have the customer selecting the route, then we can automatically assign them by zip code. Then we have the frequency. I can select here either only when requested or regularly scheduled visits. I can select my regular route. If I'm added to more than one route, I can select only one regular route, for instance here. And then any other notes, special instructions, how did you hear about us, where should we leave your bag, any gate or door code. This is all customizable. Then my wallet is where I am supposed to enter my credit card. Remember that this step is optional. The customer can skip here. If we don't want them to be able to skip, then we can hide this button. Or require the credit card when scheduling a pickup, which is the most popular option. So I'm already in. I can contact the store from here. I can open any of these information links and schedule a pickup. In this case, I have version 5. Okay, so I can select my pick and drop dates provided by the route, and then select the items that I have. Enter a coupon if we do have coupons, like welcome one, for instance, and then schedule this. I can also enter a driver tip, like for example, $2 tip, a 10% tip, or any custom amount, like for example 1.5 or 1.5 here. Then I can view my orders on this confirmation, and if the store has the payment functionality enabled, then I will see this pay order button where I can either add a credit card if I have it. Yeah, so I can do that here. If we have the lockers functionality, then this works in the very same way. The customer goes into the locker, selects the locker ID or the location, and then in this case we have version 3, which is the simplest one. Let me in this case enter a locker ID, which is associated to the location of locker 2 in store 600, and then submit the order as well. So this is it for now. Please let us know if you have any questions.